Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, we're talking about Wii U emulation with CEMU, and CEMU just got a brand new update. They're up to version 2.4. Now, it is worth pointing out that this is technically a pre-release, so there may be some bugs with it, there may be some issues, but at the same time here, they do have a number of fixes, and they've also added in something brand new. They added emulated Dimensions Toypad. So the LEGO Dimensions Toypad currently works with PlayStation 3 emulator RPCS3 and, well, now works with the Wii U emulator CEMU. If you play LEGO Dimensions and are excited about the Toypad now working, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And speaking about version 2.4, next up we're talking about ROM Properties. Now, ROM Properties just released version 2.4. For those who may not be aware, ROM Properties stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano. And it's a shell extension to add a few nice features to file browsers for managing video game ROM and disk images. So with version 2.4, they've added in support for Palm OS executables, Wii U NUS packages, Analog Pocket ROM images, and CDI format Dreamcast disk images. Next up, we're talking about Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. Now, this game keeps getting improvements, and the recent patch here changes the lighting, and a lot of people seem to be happy with it. For example, here's GTA San Andreas before the patch, and, well, here is after. Here's another shot before the patch, and, well, here is after. And it's almost like they turned HDR on for this. Now, I've seen a lot of comments and reactions on the internet to this patch, and a lot of people are very happy with it, but a lot of people are also saying, why wasn't it released sooner? And here is someone's reaction. I can't believe I'm saying this, but with the new classic lighting and the GTA Trilogy DE patch, I'm on Vice City and it looks absolutely gorgeous. And taking a look at these images, and I would tend to agree with them here. I think this looks really, really good and a lot better than when this game was initially launched. So if you do have the Definitive Edition and you've updated it, you'll have to go into your graphics settings here and go to classic lighting and turn it on, and you should be good to go. And on a side note here, interestingly, it appears there was also another subtle change. Looks like mentions of Grove Street games and their logos have been removed from the splash screen and main menu of GTA Definitive Editions as well. I am not going to lie here, I'm a little bit confused about this one because everybody knows Grove Street Games was behind these things originally, and I'm wondering now, is Rockstar trying to distance that relationship? And on another side note here, speaking of distancing, it also appears that, well, they're distancing themselves from the PS4. Who knows if the PS4 is going to get this update, but it has been updated on the PS5 and on PC, but no PS4 yet. Next up, we're talking about something pretty weird, and I don't think the issue has been resolved yet. The article is over on timeextension.com, and like everything I talk about, link will be in the description below right at the bottom. So apparently here, Etsy is accusing a Game Boy publisher of piracy for selling their own games. So over on Blue Sky, Ferrante Crafts, I think that's how you pronounce their name, tweets out, or Blue Skies out, or I don't even know what it's called yet over here. Anyways, they announce, some of you may have noticed some Game Boy games disappearing from the Etsy shop over the past 3 months. I've been trying to contact Etsy since they removed the first one, but it took 2.5 months to finally get an actual reply instead of the automated ones. They then go on to say, I assume this started because there are now clones popping up on AliExpress, so some bot probably detected it and thought I wasn't making the cartridges and other things myself. This seemed to be confirmed when I finally got a human to tell me they removed the items because they were a resold item. However, after I explained all of this, they suddenly changed the reason to promoting piracy by selling unauthorized or counterfeit copies of video games. And interestingly here, they do have the permission from all game creators, but Etsy isn't having any of it. Now, unfortunately, I don't know what's going to happen here. From my understanding, Time Extension has reached out to Etsy, but hasn't heard back yet. And I'm very curious to see what happens here. I will be following this story. And I'm wondering here, if this gets enough attention, Etsy will actually take a look at it to try to figure out what's really going on. I mean, that happened with YouTube and Rose-Tinted Spectrum a while back, or the other day. And speaking about YouTube, next up here, we're talking about a brand new reveal trailer for Monster Hunter Outlanders. If you're not familiar with this game, it's because it was just revealed. It is for mobile here, and it does look pretty interesting. Unfortunately, I don't have a release date for you just yet, but they do have a Discord, they do have a website, and I'm assuming there's going to be play tests. It is being developed by a subsidiary of Tencent, and they're saying here that this is going to more closely follow the actual Monster Hunter games as opposed to being a turn-based RPG or something. Next up, we're shifting from mobile to PC, and if you're a fan of Stellar Blade, you may be excited about this announcement. Shift Up, see what I did there, is considering releasing Stellar Blade for PC in 2025. Stellar Blade was released as a PlayStation exclusive back in April. From my understanding, the game has done very well, and interestingly here, the developer expects this game to do even better on PC than it did on consoles. So let me know your thoughts about Stellar Blade in the comments below. Are you excited that this game will be headed to PC at some point in 2025? Probably. Have you played the game on PlayStation, and what are your thoughts about it? Next up, we're talking about a couple of interesting Zelda things. The first thing here I think a lot of people already know about, but it's in regards to The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. It turns out here people have found a way to fly a bed all over the map and kind of break the game. I mean, they can use this to reach different heights. They can use this method to get to different areas, skip areas altogether, and a lot of people seem to be having fun with it. And the second thing here might change your opinion on the Legend of Zelda series. It might change your opinion on heroes wearing swords on their back. It might give you an appreciation for the finer details when it comes to game programming. Who knows here? A cosplayer pointed out a possibly pretty huge flaw with drawing your sword when it's on your back. This video has been taking the internet by storm, even so much so that Sakurai has commented on it. But basically here, trying to draw the sword from your back, and well, unless you've got super long arms, it seems that this is almost an impossible task, and one that Link probably wouldn't be able to do. And for those wondering, here is Sakurai's response. In Smash Bros. Ultimate, Link pulls the sheath down when sheathing the sword. That alone didn't quite reach the mark, but I think that's as far as ingenuity goes if you want to match the action and equipment from the original. So go figure there. So I guess while having the sword on Link's back looks pretty darn cool, at the same time it's not very practical. And in my opinion, this is why the safety rock is a much better weapon. I mean, rocks are readily available. If something happens with it, you just get another one. You don't have to worry about drawing it from your back, and you don't have to worry about restoring it in a dragon's head for thousands of years. And speaking about news taking the internet by storm, next up we're talking about Fortnite. And if you play Fortnite and like the original version of it, or if you used to play Fortnite and based on all the changes throughout the years you no longer are interested, there's a change here that may bring you back to the game. They say, this is not a drill. OG is coming back and is here to stay. Relive Battle Royale from the start and explore the OG map, collect OG loot, and relive OG seasons. Drop back in on December 6th. So OG is returning on December 6th. Let me know your thoughts about this one in the comments below if you're a fan of Chapter 1, Season 1. And last up here, we're talking about NVidia. If you're a fan of NVIDIA, if you've got an NVIDIA GPU, you might be excited to know that NVIDIA has just launched its official app. It contains the latest NVIDIA graphics drivers, unified GPU control center, redesigned in-game overlay, performance monitoring overlays, game-enhancing filters, and even more. Now, this app does seem to be pretty robust, and obviously it's for the PC and laptops running Windows with NVIDIA GPUs. They say here more features are in the works, and it will be optionally bundled as part of their Game Ready driver and Studio Ready drivers, and they encourage everyone to upgrade to the NVIDIA app now. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, go on and take a hike or something, but before you do, don't tempt fate, save your state.